Hey creeps, and welcome back to another episode of Library Macabre. On this episode, I will be unpackaging the April Nightworms package. So the theme of the April Nightworms package is Mallermaniacs. So this is going to be a package all centered around Josh Malerman, who you probably know is the author of Bird Box. Josh Malerman's brand new book, Inspection, just came out. And from what I've heard, it's in here. So that's really cool. So I'm going to break into this and see what else is inside. I do like that they started doing the nice bubble mailers for their packages. So the first thing we have is the brand new issue of Rue Morgue magazine. You guys have already heard me talk about this magazine on my channel. I recently did a video going over some of my favorite horror magazines, and this was mentioned in the video. I buy every single issue, except I did not buy this one yet. I still needed to go to Barnes & Noble and pick this up. So now I don't have to do that. So thank you, Nightworms. And I see the books, but I'm gonna go ahead and dig into the goodies first, which are all inside this little envelope. Okay, so let's see what we have. And as always, this little package is crammed full of cool stuff. So the first thing I see is a Nightworms button. I'm gonna be putting that on my jean jacket. So very, very cool. I was hoping they would do a button, so I'm very pleased with this. Here we have a bookmark for Raw Dog Screaming Press, which I don't know if that's supposed to be an innuendo, but that's exactly where my brain went. There's a bookmark for the publisher, which is really cool, and on the back it markets one of their series, I believe, the Path of Raw series. So that's cool. I love a good bookmark. And here is a really nice Malerman bookmark. That is so cool. Love it. And on the back it says that the person who made this, the company that made this, is Inksmith, and there is a promo code for 15% off of their store. So I might have to go and see what other bookmarks they have. And we also have a little code here for buy one book, get one free on Raw Dog Screaming Press. So I will have to see what books they have. We also have a sticker for Raw Dog Screaming Press. And here we have a little magnet for the Ladies of the Fright podcast, which I've never listened to, but I listen to like 10 different podcasts a week, and I've just not had a chance to try them out. But I've heard they're really good, so hopefully I can get a chance to listen to them soon. There's a little magnet to prompt me to go listen. And here we have another magnet for Raw Dog Screaming Press. And this one says, "Fiction that foams at the mouth," which I believe is their tagline. Here we have a little advertisement for the Ladies of the Fright podcast. A really cool photo of Josh Malerman right there. And then on the back is a letter from Josh Malerman himself. So that is really cool. And we also have the letter from the Nightworms that goes over all of the items inside the package, which is always very helpful. Next is an art print from Bird Box, and it looks like the art print is from Shelby W. Robertson, who has done artwork for the Nightworms before. Always does a great job. And then lastly, for the goodies, we have a really cool quote here. It's from Josh Malerman. It says, "Unlike the real world, horror admits that it's fiction. For that I trusted." And this is printed on an actual page that's torn from a book. So that's really interesting. I'm gonna frame this and put this in my library. All right, and now let's get on to the books. First up, we have A House at the Bottom of the Lake by Josh Malerman. This is the novella that he wrote a few years ago. I've never read this, I've never owned a copy, so I'm really glad to add this to my collection and to give it a try. This one is not signed. However, I do know that the hardcover copy of Inspection is signed. So here we have Inspection by Josh Malerman in hardcover. And there we go. There is the signature from Josh Malerman. And this book sounds really interesting. It's about like a school for boys who are all geniuses. So there's one school for boys and one school for girls, and none of them have ever seen each other before. I've heard some rather mixed reviews about it, but I'm interested to check it out. All right, so yep, there's the signed hardcover copy of Inspection, the novella For a House at the Bottom of a Lake. We have the Josh Malerman quote, the photo of Josh Malerman, as well as a letter from him, the art print from Bird Box by Shelby W. Robertson, a magnet and a little ad for the Ladies of the Fright podcast, a bunch of goodies from Raw Dog Screaming Press, the really cool Josh Malerman bookmark from Inksmith, a really nice little button from the Nightworms, and we have the latest issue from Rue Morgue magazine, which I am so excited to dig into. So there you go. That is the April Nightworms Malermaniacs package, and I say it every time, they always do a great job. I mean, each month it's like a Halloween version of Christmas, which is great. So it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend you go and give them a shot. So if you would like to and you haven't already, and as long as you live in the US or Canada, you can use my code MOVIE5 to get an additional 5% off your first package of your subscription. You already get 5% off when you subscribe, so this is going to be a total of 10% off. It's a pretty good deal if you're a first timer with the Nightworms. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Later, creeps.